Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup wouldn't have had to been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. Nun, wir haben zum einen natürlich Himiko, Kirumi und Angie. Gottverdammt, aber auf wen von denen würde das zutreffen? Ich weiß nicht, Himiko und Angie, die sind eigentlich zu klein. Kirumi, hä? Da wir auch noch im Pool so einen schwarzen Stofffetzen gefunden haben. Kirumi. Probieren wir es.
It has to be you! There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit!
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Na gut. Also, was wirfst du uns entgegen?
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous.
Was ist denn in den Alibis? He was with Kirumi from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
So am I!
We could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it. Okay, das Monokuma-Feld, denke ich mal, würde uns nicht helfen.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Alibis for yesterday?
The crime was committed.
Und Insect Meet and Greet? Ja, der Rest von uns hat eigentlich alles
At
Alibis.
nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us.
Probieren wir das mal. Nee, hätte mich auch gewundert.
Oh no!
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Maki
The crime
alone.
was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
Standing Guard, okay.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Was?
Do you think
Evidence?
we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has
Could
a
have
nice
been done
body.
by anyone,
She
okay.
and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
Alibis for
We all
yesterday,
could have,
Monokuma
except perhaps
file.
Gonta. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. You have no alibi.
I have one.
I have evidence that
Nehmen wir das
you're
mal?
the
Nee.
culprit.
That's it. That's the proof. Höher, Shuichi. What exactly does this evidence prove? Surely you can do better than this, yes?
I was wrong!
Ah, okay. Da komme ich gerade nicht weiter.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Was sagt das Monokuma-File denn, was so wichtig sein könnte? Until only the bones remained. Insect
The
Meeting
crime was committed
vielleicht?
at nighttime.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Ja, das stimmt.
I have evidence that you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Das hier vielleicht? Nee. Ich dachte, dass die vielleicht sagen würden... Ja, Gonta hat ja gesehen, wie du die Vorhänge genäht hast, also sollst du auch dafür die Fähigkeiten haben, aber das war's auch nicht.
Damn it!
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Not
Nein,
have
ich wollte das nicht. Ich habe mich verdrückt.
I
Entschuldigung.
have evidence that proves you're the culprit. Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Could have been done by
Kirumi is
anyone.
thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
That could have been done by anyone.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime
Probieren wir das mal. Alibis for yesterday und dann...
Relied on complex...
Preposterous. That could...
Ah, ja.
That's wrong! No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
Der Rest von uns war nämlich beim Insect Meet and Greet.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion! While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Okay, jetzt kommen wir anscheinend wieder in einen Rebuttal-Showdown. Oh, das ist ein fieser Look. Window frame tattoos net.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Hä?
I was wrong!
Das war doch der perfekte
I am
Beweis.
referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this. In other words, it is just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception. I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Ich finde, was? Das ist doch... Okay.
Oh no!
Probieren wir es nochmal.
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope,
Ah, der marked Window
it is
Frame.
possible to reach the gym window
Das
from
wird
the
auch noch
3rd floor
gehen.
window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Okay, anscheinend der marked Window
cut for your
Frame.
words. I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi?
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone.
For everyone?
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Where's this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what did we mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
Yes, really. So please believe me, I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else.
Ich bin für alle Vorschläge offen.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone!
No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. Und das wäre unser letzter und finaler Hinweis. Das schwarze Kleidungsstück, was wir gefunden haben.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Aber das hat in die Hände zerfetzt.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Argument. Oh, okay. Ach, das schon
You
wieder.
are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just
Okay.
your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect.
Oh, ich hasse das so dermaßen.
What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone.
Ich muss mich da mal echt konzentrieren.
What is this truth? That is just
Was?
your
Warum
empty
Mist?
deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. Ah! In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth. Ah!
Und weiter geht's.
I completely
Oh
understand your
Mann.
reasoning. But I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You
Ich weiß wirklich nicht, was das mit dem Hole sein soll.
We only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning. But I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely
Wir haben es
understand
fast
your
geschafft.
reasoning. But I will never accept it. It seems
Ich
you
weiß
wish
wirklich
to pin
nicht,
me as the culprit.
wie dieses Hold funktioniert.
You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect
Oh, komm schon.
everyone. Why must you interfere? Ah! What does that piece of trash prove?
It ends here!
Ich glaube, wir haben gewonnen.
The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.